Hello, I'm Joanne. Welcome to my channel, To Crochet Curious, and it's been quite an interesting couple of days. First of all, thank you so much for people who are subscribing to my channel. I am a new channel. I've only been posting for a little over, well, about a week, I think. Anyway, this has been, so far it's been fun. But I will tell you, technically I am not great. I have made several videos and have managed to mess them up to the point that I couldn't get them posted because I deleted content and various things. So there will be little editing until I learn a lot more. But I will say this. I appreciate the support, and if you can, please do subscribe and leave a comment, or if you want to. I do have some questions about what I'm working on, so if you can comment on that, I actually would appreciate it. So, a couple of things I want to talk about, and I will try not to make this a long-winded video, but I was watching Cinnamon Stitches the other day, and she was talking about doing color work and using these bobbins, bobbins like this, to attach the color working to her work so that it was in the same position. You didn't have to go hunting for it. I am constantly losing components to what I'm doing, so hey, good idea. So I bought some and they came yesterday, and I'm very excited about that. I will be ready when I start doing some color work, which is also on my list this year of things I'd like to try. So you may have watched another video that I have about the crochet along I'm involved in. And on Friday the 3rd of February, today is the 5th, Litsa from Coco's Crochet posted the colors for March, because we're doing 1 month every 2 weeks for our calendar crochet along. And so she posted the colors, and then she was talking about the picture, and she mentioned that it was a Mardi Gras picture, and all the sparkle and lights and the pretty colors and everything, and how she was going to use sparkle yarn to do her the rows that were involved for March. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, that's cool. I open up my scrap bin and I start digging around in there, and of course there's no sparkle yarn in there. So I was like, and it didn't, certainly nothing matching the colors, right? So I was thinking about it, well, I'll just use regular old colors, no big deal. And then I remembered that I purchased some yarn on Facebook Marketplace, 4 big bags of yarn that had tons of stuff in there, things I'd never even heard of or seen before, including a bunch of novelty items. And so I had some sparkles that I could add to my blanket. So I'm going to show you what I did. One of the colors was tan, and I used my respun that I just finished this blanket using this, and so I had some left. This is Lion Brand in parchment, and soft 100% recycled polyester yarn, which I really love. And then I found this in the novelty. I have a bag of novelty yarns and ribbons and so forth, and I dug through there and I found this Patton's Silver Lash, and this is, it's more of a caramel, I don't know. I thought having these ring lights would help me with the coloring of my yarn on the camera, but I don't know, doesn't really. So, but this is a little more of a, tan. It's a light brown, but it's darker than what it's appearing on here. So, anyway. Alright, I'll quit struggling with the light, and I'll just tell you what you're looking at. And so that was one color. It was tan, so I got it sparkled. And then one color was blue, and I had this in my scrap bin, so I pulled this And yeah, people will say that's different colors, but I'm saying it's blue. People will say, oh, it's teal. Then I had this, never heard of it, Trendsetter Yarns Dune, and super sparkly stuff. And this is actually 41% mohair, 12% viscose, 6% metal, 30% acrylic, 11% nylon. And it does look aged. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is some kind of vintage yarn, especially if you look at the logo. And anyway, it is very fine. You can see it is very fine thread. Well, actually, it's a metal and a mohair strung together, I guess. So that is beautiful, and I paired it with this. And then I had pink, and I had this kind of pinky, peachy sort of color. And I had this, and this is Cancun Charles Collection Saint Charles. Okay. 68% polyester. There's multiple languages on this. The color is 99 and 68% polyester, 8% cotton, 10% polyamide, 14% viscose or rayon. And so it's got multiple colors in there, and it's a little string, a string yarn, you can see. So got that. Then I had green, so I used this bright limey green, or not lime, let me see what color, I guess that could be lime. And then I had the same in another color. This one is color 85. Oh, and these are made in Italy, and as you can see, it is a little ribbon with little pieces of satiny material on it. So I doubled these things up, but of course I can't do anything like in a straight line. So what I did is I started with the first color. The last color on my blanket was, let me see, was green, and it's actually the same green that I used in this variation. But so the last color on my blanket was green, and then I'm supposed to do 8 rows or whatever I choose to do, but I'm doing 8 rows. Okay, so the next thing I did is I added one row of the tan with the tan sparkle paired with it, and then on the next row of tan I paired it with the blue sparkle, and then on the next row of blue I paired it with the blue sparkle, and on the next row of blue I paired it with the green ribbon yarn, or not, it's not ribbon yarn, but you know what I'm saying, that little satin flag confetti yarn or whatever it's called, party yarn. So the green shaded party yarn goes with the blue and then the green, and then the pink and orange party yarn is with the green and then the peach. And then I rounded it out with the let's see if I can get this to look halfway decent. And then I paired it with the original tan one on the last peach. And so basically each of the 8 rows comes out a different color. And maybe you can see it pretty good here. I don't know. It's very hard to see the sparkles, but trust me, it is really sparkly. And so the Mardi Gras inspiration is true to form, I think. So that I thought went really well. And not only that, but I had a little brainstorm, because you could see the first rows were double crochet, and then we went to V-stitch. Now we're on double crochet, and then the next stitch is going to be something that goes here and needs these double crochets to sit on so that it's nice and firm. Well, what this is doing is the different weights of all this, because I am just randomly pairing things together and sticking them together and not caring about weights, is I'm getting this wobbling effect. And also, I'm a little wavy on the bottom of the blanket. You know, it's curly. So, thinking about this and about how this blanket, when it's done, one, it's not going to be huge, but it's also going to be wonky. Now, I embrace wonky, okay? I think there's something creative I can do here. I have all these strings, right? Because I'm constantly changing the yarns on these things. And so I have a lot of ends, and on top of that, I have an idea. So here is a book that I got recently, and it's called Freeform Crochet with Confidence. And this is written by Carol Meldrum. And this actually is an ex-library book, and I bought it on the resale market, and I'm sorry about that. I can't really afford to buy all new books. It was published in 2016. And maybe I will just send this lady a letter with some money, because I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. So here is the freeform thought, is that you can take random shapes and put them together. And so my thought is this, that when I finish the blanket, I am going to take all the colors that are in the blanket and use them to freeform a border that on one side will be wavy to match whatever the dimensions are of this blanket, and then it'll have more of a straight edge around the edges. So that's the plan. So it's going to take me longer than the 6 months that, but if I start thinking about it now and learn a little bit more about freeform crochet, I might be able to start getting some of the shapes ready so that I can maybe fairly quickly get it pulled together once the blanket is complete. And that won't be till June, so I don't know. Stick with me. Let's find out what happens. Thanks for watching. Hey, by the way, I'm wearing rose gold today. This is Paparazzi jewelry. Got some clear beads and some rose gold beads. Got some pretty heart earrings. And a dazzly ring in rose gold with an adjustable band. And my hair clip is from as well.